we released a compilation about 2 years ago called New Faces, which was artists who we thought were, making waves. And that consisted of like Ben Howard and Daughter and Mark Kiwanuka, Gautier, and they've all gone off and done bigger and better things. And then we thought, why don't we make a tour out of this and put 4 bands together, tour regionally across the UK, and make it something that is about discovery, so that if you're a fan of one of the bands on that bill, you go to that night and you might discover 2 or 3 other bands on that bill and become a fan of their music. It's kind of like our ones to watch tour, basically. The roster kind of came across it quite easily, really, because all the bands are on the same stage, in the same stages of their career. They're about to release or recording their first records. Musically, it's quite diverse, but still falls under the same umbrella. So it kind of made sense to us. Eliza and The Bear and Sital Singh are maybe those 2 artists that are a bit further along the stages of their career. So they might do 300, 400, 500 cap rooms in London, whereas Annie even Farewell JR are a bit earlier in their career. So it made sense to put those 2 sets of artists together and then swap them.
Communion were on board from quite an early day. We played the Communion show at the Notting Hill Arts Club in November. I think it was November 2012, must have been. So they've been kind of very supportive from early days. And then we got a call a couple of months ago and said, listen, we're thinking about doing a New Faces tour. We really want you guys to be on board. So we said, we'd absolutely love to do it. They're a great company, a great label, and they put out some really, really good music, and it's an absolute pleasure to be a part of it as well. So.
My brother told me this would happen if I let it.
I think because Communion are quite family orientated in that they support the people that they work with and vice versa, and they're very conscious of who they put together, and I think that, I hope that they just thought we'd all bode well together. I feel very lucky to be on the tour.
It's always been it's been brilliant so far. We've kind of been really busy shows, and everyone's been real good listeners, and it's a real eclectic lineup. I think instead of being an accidental mess of different bands playing or anything, it's actually well thought out. So it kind of, I think it works really well.
How hard it is to love those old ghosts. You get the least, but you give up the most.
Listening to new music and just kind of checking out their sets and stuff, and I think it's a really interesting bill. We're kind of all quite different, but it sort of hangs together in a strange way. So it's cool to make some new discoveries.
Any second now.